right, so Kia, your experience as a Black woman heavily impacts and influences your cocktail experience. Please tell us more about what inspires your cocktails, especially things that you maybe have been working on as of late, but just in general, anything that stands out to you. Can you expound on that for us?
A lot of the times I get inspirations from my grandmother. Just meals that we've had growing up and just general feels, smells, things of that nature. I did a thing in a couple years ago for 10 to 1 rum. They were like, hey, can you tell us about a cocktail, like, give us a cocktail, yada, yada, yada. I'm like, oh my goodness. And I immediately thought of my grandma and like the special occasion breakfast. Cause we didn't have a ton of money. There was a good bit of us, a good little number, a little brownies running around the house. And so like bacon and eggs every day was not a normal occurrence. And so on those special breakfasts, bacon, eggs, grits, orange juice that did not have to follow Scott's emulsion were a big deal, and things that just kind of bring me back. And then like another thing with like her banana nut bread, and I think about her all the time, and she's so special to me. I love her so much. So I lean into memories with her. She's still here, but I still like my childhood. Like when I was with her, when I could just and get on her nerves real quick. Now I got to do it over the phone, and she don't care. She hang up on me. But I made a cocktail. It started in jest. I'm not gonna lie. I literally was like, I was super upset at the state of the world. Politically, the United States of America was hating Black women. Lord of mercy. Joe Biden had just endorsed Kamala Harris. Well, when that happens, oh my God, nobody voted for her. Yeah, you did. But okay, whatever. We didn't vote for her. Why is she the next nominee? Yada, yada, yada. And so we don't like women. We don't like Black women. Is she Black? Is she Asian? We don't know. And then, social media wise, anytime a Black person would speak up, we're angry, or we're playing the victim, we're playing the race card, just all the things. It's like, I don't know. And the theme was Party in the USA. And I was like, USA. So I didn't have anything for it. And then it became Fruits of Our Labor Day. It was like very lovingly said to me, what does this mean to you? What is your America? What is your history? What is it that you bring to the pot? You know what? I'm going to make a cocktail that's Black as fuck.
And what did it entail?
I was like, fried chicken and watermelon in a cocktail. How do I do that? How do I do that? And I arted and I scienced for 2 weeks. And I spent time and effort, and I really wanted to make something that was going to represent what I know of as the cookout. And that's why I was like, I was going to make a Black cocktail, fried chicken, watermelon, and call it the cookout. Bam. And I didn't think anything. I did think something of it, but I didn't. I wasn't trying to change the face of cocktails. Everything's already been done. But for me, I really wanted to take the 4 pillars, just the foundations of a cookout. There's always going to be fried chicken. It's always going to be watermelon. Somebody's going to be drinking Kool-Aid. Auntie in the back drinking cognac. Let's work it out. And I did. I washed the cognac in fat, or I washed the cognac in chicken grease. And, I did watermelon shrub and juice and syrup. And I was like, you know what? Let's go ahead and add some Kool-Aid. And then when it was all said and done, I was like, we're not done yet. How about some lemon pepper? Because baby, we in Atlanta. So I had to represent for everything in my life that was important to me and to the things that I know. That's my story. At our last pop-up, I did do the cookout. It was on the menu, and more people got to try it. And it was, who was it? Somebody said to me, they're like, bruh, I didn't want the rim, but every little bit goes together. Like it's all necessary for it to make sense. And I'm proud of that because it was intentional. I did it to taste good. I didn't want just something boozy and in your face and ugly and just super sweet or super anything. I wanted to be balanced, and I wanted it to make sense, and I wanted it to make you feel like, yo, we are like, they're about to play Frankie, Beverly, and Maze, and we about to go dance.
An experience.
That. I want an experience. So that is where, like, I want it to feel like something, not just, oh, I drank a thing. Cool. What's next? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know who invented the margarita, but I'm pretty sure that person wasn't like, yeah, let's just smash this. You know, I put some stuff together and I did it with care and love, and here you go. And it's a piece of me. And I hope that you enjoy it. And I think that all of us creatively have that moment. At least I hope so. Because it's important. It's the work that we do, and it's the love that we're giving and sharing.
Okay, Melanie, what has been the biggest challenge in developing Spirited Sistas and your concept?
Biggest challenge for me is definitely social media. I do all of the social media, if not most of it. That's the biggest challenge because we want it to be natural, and we want it not to be too pushy, but also like creating engagement around the pop-up and getting it out to different audiences is really difficult. So, you know, the social media, that's difficult. I've literally immersed myself into graphic design almost. Graphic design, and I kind of like thank my dad for it almost because he runs a business himself and he wanted me to redesign his website. I don't know why he thought that I could do that at all. Yeah. But I literally worked on that for like maybe 3 weeks, and it taught me a lot about Canva. It's great. Canva is great. If this is ever an ad for Canva, Canva's great. Like, it taught me a lot about it. And, you know, my dad is somebody who ultimately believes in me about anything that I want to do. And he supports me with anything. So like that, him literally just being like, hey, I want you to redesign my website. I was like, okay, you know, I can do this. But social media, the algorithm, who knows what is happening with the algorithms? Like Twitter or X.com, whatever, Instagram, TikTok, things like that. I haven't even tapped into TikTok yet. And I don't even think I'm going to in the next like couple months. But that right there is the biggest challenge, because that's the best way to have outreach to other people to get interested in, you know, in what we're doing. So that is definitely the biggest challenge for sure. I've met so many women already that I had no idea work in Atlanta as bartenders or behind a bar or own a mobile bar or do consulting or, you know, are bar managers. And they just learn from us from Instagram or from somebody who knows this thing, and everybody wants to be involved. And they come to us, they're like, oh, we want to do, you know, everything. So it is also a challenge to be like, hey, you know, we know that you want to be involved and we appreciate you. We want you here. But we have to, you know, be like, you know, we're working on it. You know, we want you here. However, we have to find the space to be like, not now, or not yet, but there's a space for you. There's always a space. If, you know, the answer, and that's in life in general. Like if the answer is no now, the answer is not no later. The answer will be yes at some point, and it will be your yes. Like your yes is your yes. And we want to create the yes for anybody that wants to be involved, and we want it to fit that person. So that is a challenge for us, like finding the right person to collaborate with as well. So yeah.
Okay. What's been your proudest moment you feel like with it? It's fairly, you know, it's still kind of new, but like what's been like a very proud moment for you guys?
My proudest moment, standing on the chairs at the end of our first one and doing the toast, man. Like,
I was looking at that like, y'all not gonna fall.
like that right there is my proudest moment. Because it's like, we talked about it. We worked so hard on it. We envisioned it. We dreamt about it. We laughed about it, cried about it. Like, that right there is the proudest moment that I have, because not only did it mean that we did it, it also meant for myself, like, that I had sisterhood, because where I came from, I moved from North Carolina to Georgia. So I left everything in North Carolina. I left all my friends, all my family that I really am close with there. And I built something around myself, and I didn't have to have like my own like wall around me. I had a wall of women that I could trust around me. So that was really my proudest moment. Like, I was really doing it for them, because not even, 2 weeks, prior to that, like, I was going through the toughest time of my life, like, that I thought it was the toughest time. And all of those women really held me up, and that was my like love letter, like, to them, like, yo, thank you. And especially Kia, like, yo, thank you. You let me sleep on your couch, bro. Like, that is my proudest moment for sure.
That's
with
special.
It, yeah.
And that's a special moment. First pop-up was in March. What was your biggest lesson you learned from that first pop-up? I'm sure there was probably a few.
My biggest lesson.
What was the biggest?
Just let it happen. Just let it happen. You can't control all the variables in it. Just let it happen. Make it true. Make it organic. Make it natural. Not make it natural, or just let it be natural. Because you can't make anything be natural, Let it happen, and everything else will fall into place. And be honest, be honest about where you are. Keep in mind what your, span is. Like, are you exhausted? Are you tired? Are you taking care of yourself during this? Because it's exhausting to do. Like, running a pop-up is not easy at all, because you're in contact with so many people. And for myself, I am a very solitary being. Generally I'm at home with my little dog. Everybody knows Honey. I'm at home with her typically, but to be in contact with so many people and to handle so many phone calls and meetings and to wrangle so many people, it can, be very, very, taxing and tiring. So check in with yourself. Check in. That would be the biggest lesson that I would give to anybody that's trying to do this, like, in the industry, period. Like, check in with yourself, because we take care of people a lot. I tell people, or I just said this like literally a week ago, like, we are the most dangerous people to ourselves, but the safest people to other people, because we care about people all the time, and we don't check in enough with ourselves at all, or we don't check in to our friends or whatever. And yeah, you just check in with yourself. Make sure you're okay. Make sure your friends are okay, because industry is a beast, and it will eat you and spit you out if you let it. But don't let it. It can be fun. It can be gratifying. It can be rewarding. And that's why I'm still here. Been doing this since I was 14, literally, service industry. So, yeah. Wow. And I'm 30 now. Haven't left yet. Don't know why. No real estate for me.